If you want to think that you're in charge, don't pray the prayer, because that's one of the most dangerous prayers you could pray. Giving the Lord charge and asking the Holy Spirit to come and to stir up the graces of baptism and confirmation may be one of the most significant things you've ever done. Because then and only then you become a true disciple. And the faith that you have is personal. Let me leave you with these three things. In Luke 9 and in Matthew 16, Jesus says, these are the prerequisites for being a disciple. He's not hiding the ball. This is what he says. Whoever should come after me should deny themselves, take up their cross daily, and follow me. Those are the prerequisites for discipleship. What does denying ourselves mean? It means, basically what it means is, Lord, thank you, I'm not God, you're God. It's admitting that we need a teacher, admitting that our own personal opinion, our own education, our own, tapes are not enough. And sometimes they're wrong. It's admitting that we need to just let go of our opinions and let God do what he's supposed to do. In the gospel from today in Luke, Peter's been fishing all night. He comes in. Jesus says, Peter, come on here. He's already washed his nets. He's always put them up. Jesus gets in the boat, says, okay, Peter, I'm going to preach to the crowds. He goes out offshore a little bit so he can talk to the crowds without getting crushed. Then when he's done, he tells Peter, hey, Pete, let's go fishing. And Peter says, Lord, we were out all night. We didn't catch a thing. I'm the fisherman, Lord. You're the preacher. But if you say so, Lord, I will do that. At that point, Peter becomes a disciple. He lets go. And it says he went out into the deep and he just dropped his nets. He let go of his opinions of how things should be done because he's an expert fisherman. I've been doing this all my life. This shouldn't be able to happen. But it happens anyway. Why? Because I trusted God. And I used his wisdom and not mine. That's where the pedal hits the metal in becoming a true disciple. You drop your nets, you drop your opinions, you drop your stories, you drop your excuses, your justifications. Oh, I can't share with people because I'm shy. I'm an introvert. And I just am not good about talking about myself. Or I was just raised that you just don't talk about yourself. A lady should be in the newspaper only when she gets married and she dies. That's a personal line from my background. And, I just, this sharing your faith thing, this might be for extroverts, for people who are people, but, it's not me. That's hogwash. Mother Teresa was not a people's person either. And I can point to some other, flagrant examples. Let's do what we can. So, deny ourselves, admit that we need a teacher, drop our opinions in how things should be, trust the Lord. 2, take up your cross, which means what? Put others before yourself. Put others before yourself. Love your neighbor. Sometimes that is picking up your cross. Love your neighbor before yourself. Put your spouse or your children before yourself. Put your loved ones, put your coworker, put that person who really irritates you first. Pray for them. Forgive them. And you know what? For those who are married, that's a happy news because God knows we got plenty of opportunities to put people first, even when we don't want to. Isn't that great? And and having children also, it's almost like cheating because you have to put them first. It's like something within you comes out and says, yes, okay, I'm going to put you first. But it's the call is for all of us to put people first, and it's a way of joy, not of indifference. It's a way of joy. And then finally, follow Jesus. So deny ourselves, take up our cross, follow Jesus. Following Jesus means what? We're following in his footsteps. We're not doing it alone. We're not out there gutting it out, trying to get it done. We're just saying, okay, Lord, what's the deal for today? Just tell me what's on the menu for breakfast. And then give me the grace for lunch. I like how I articulate this day according to the meals. And then at 4 o'clock and then at night, just ask the Lord for the grace for the next hour. Don't ask him for the next 10 years because 1, he's not going to give it to you. And 2, if he gave it to you, you'd be a nervous wreck. Because we don't want to know. That's why he is the Lord and we are not.